Hey everyone, in this video I'll be listing my top 10 setups of the day. Before we get started, make sure you like the video and subscribe to the channel to see more videos just like this one. Starting off our list, we've got a great setup from AtroxGraphics. This setup really utilises how blue and orange are complementary colours, as well as adding in splashes of pink that give the whole setup some real cyberpunk vibes. I also really appreciate how the desk and surrounding area are left relatively bare, which keeps the area from feeling cluttered or small. I personally would add a floating shelf with some plants on that back wall to give it some depth. Coming in at 9th place is Salty_Esquire. I absolutely love the way they have their monitors set up, the gradual growth in size, and the way they're stacked on top of each other is really aesthetically pleasing. The incredibly bright light coming from the lamps gives the whole setup a very clean vibe, and also makes the desk appear bigger than it actually is. Speaking of the desk, if this setup can look this good on just a folding plastic desk, then the rest of us really have no excuse. I like how they are seemingly using a phone as a webcam. That's a nice touch as well. Normally I wouldn't be a fan of such a huge desk, but hichoctopus really makes it work. The desk is left mostly empty, which helps it avoid feeling cluttered and cramped, whilst also showing off the gorgeous wood that it's made of. The double monitors also look fantastic, with the rich blue coming from the background as well. Not sure how I would personally feel about sitting at the corner like that though, but I like the personality that they added with the posters on the wall. This setup from Deathleprechaun has a lot going for it, but the star of the show is easily that gorgeous PC. With a Ryzen 5 3600 CPU and RTX 3070 graphics card tucked away inside a sleek iQ 220T case. I also like the double monitor setup, although it follows a trend that we've seen with corner desks where the monitors are actually positioned on the corner of the desk. I also have to give props for that amazingly comfy looking chair. Next up is this absolutely stunning setup from TonyDemola. The combo of the red light on the bottom and the white light on the top of the wall gives the room an incredible vibe, whilst also showcasing that impressive custom neon sign. The colour scheme from the LEDs continues into the actual gear itself, with the monitor, keypad, mousepad and even the PC itself all matching and looking amazing on this black corner desk. To top it all off, I have to mention the hilarious stack of fake cash sitting next to the printer that really brings this baller man cave together. This setup from apprehensive_part791 is one of the cleanest I've ever seen. The mousepad and chair are both incredibly stylish and are accompanied by an awesome Keychron K1 keyboard and an LG 32UD59 monitor, which looks amazing, flanked by two Razer Nomo speakers. The desk is actually a dinner table from Amazon that has been refinished and it fits right into this setup. The shelves in the background were also custom made and have a great combination of awesome album art and accent plants. This is definitely one of the coziest setups I've ever seen. This setup comes from thiccmeatyclaws, who has absolutely nailed this warm RGB colour palette with a nice organ glow coming from the monitor, keyboard, PC and from the iconic nano leaf wall lights. This is all well rounded by a nice wooden desk that's sturdy without being too large, and a comfy looking 2020 Secret Lab Titan XL chair. Part of what makes this setup so impressive is how little space it takes up, being tucked in the corner of what appears to be a living room without seeming cramped. Here we have any stock trader's dream setup from Louis_Winfroth. The mounted LG 32UL950-W monitor almost looks like it's floating, giving it a very futuristic look, and the light right above the monitor really lends itself to this futuristic professional vibe. The desk is left relatively bare, only including the essential mousepad, Logitech MX Master Mouse, Keychron K6 keyboard, a set of Audio Engine A2 Plus speakers, an Electro Pro headphone stand, and of course the most important part, a Lego bonsai tree. The yellow light complemented with the blue from the monitor gives off a nice warm glow that you don't see in a lot of setups, but it works really nicely here. Our number 2 spot in the list comes from user_SST. The focal point of this setup has got to be that insanely large Bitwit Ensemble mousepad that can hold a mouse, an AN Pro 2 keyboard and still have plenty of room to spare. The double monitors look fantastic, especially with their wallpapers matching the RGB from the PC. The mix of bright neon colours from the monitors and PC, paired with the white from the keyboard, mouse and mousepad, give this setup an almost cyberpunk aesthetic that always looks so good. Before we get to our number 1 spot on the list, we have a couple of quick honourable mentions. Our first honourable mention is this very interesting setup from error_user_name, who has some eye-catching monitors. I really love the way these LG 2K monitors are stacked and angled right on top of each other, even though I could see that this would possibly lead to some neck or back pain in the future. The K95 keyboard looks great, paired with the white M65 mouse with matching RGB. Next to the monitors is an absolute beauty of a PC with a Ryzen 3800 XT CPU, 64GB of Corsair Vengeance RAM, and an RTX 3070, all tucked inside a Corsair Crystal 280 case. While I love the gear in this setup, I definitely think it could be improved by a black desk maybe, and maybe some LEDs to help it mesh with the area around it. Our second and final honourable mention comes from DankJuiceYT with this awesome purple setup. Clearly built for streaming and for YouTube, this setup features super convenient double monitors, one of which even has a ring light mounted to it. We can also see the microphone on a mount arm, making it easy to move out of the way when using the setup for non-streaming related things. The purple light mixed with the blue of the monitors and the hanging ivy on the wall gives off a huge vaporwave vibe, which works just so well. The most impressive part of all of this is that this setup is actually under a loft bed, and it manages to fit into such a small space without feeling too cramped. Our final entry on our list comes from SuperWit with this astonishingly gorgeous setup. The desk-wide triple monitors provide more than enough room for any gaming or work that might have been done on there, while still leaving enough room for the docked laptop over on the side. There's also an incredibly large black mousepad that spans most of the desk, and it works really well with the keyboard and mouse on top of it, both of which have matching blue RGB. The mixture of black gear with blue light makes the whole setup seem really chill, especially with the main source of light being the classic nano leaf light with a blue to white gradient. This setup is also another amazing example of a whole lot of gear being tucked into a small corner of the room without seeming too cramped or squished. Overall, this is a phenomenal setup and it is more than deserving at the number 1 spot on our list. And so concludes the top 10 setups of the day. Check out the description for links to a lot of the gear that I've mentioned in the video. If you want to see more of these incredible setups, make sure to leave a like on the video and subscribe with notifications on so that you don't miss the next episode. Leave a comment down below which setup you think should have been number 1.